Thanks, baby. I'm being harassed. I'm being harassed already for being late. Alright, let me move this over so I can see y'all. What's up, everybody? Already 14 people in here? Damn, y'all. Damn. There's 14 people in here. Oh, I guess there's only 12, but there's only 6 likes. Everybody harasses me, bro. Makes me sad. I got that that thumbs down cracking already on here. That was somebody from the Facebook group because that was the only place I posted the link. It's kind of sad, if I'm gonna be honest. All right, I'll tell you guys just as a heads up for those of you who didn't see earlier, giving away a can of unicorn pussy. One of them. There we go. Brand new can. Entry is $1 through Super Chat. White Pony already in with 10 entries. Yeah, White Pony. Didn't you do ones yesterday too? I have those written down. Basically, like I said, every dollar gets you an entry. If you're a member of the channel already, you get 1 entry just by default, just for being a member. Doesn't matter what level member you are. JS, this one doesn't look cool either. This is like the test one that I just printed on a printer. Y'all have the other ones tomorrow. So DB Cook. Wait, what's CA? Is that Canadian? DB Cook, are you Canadian? I don't know the conversion rate. DB Cook. I'm writing these with my wonky ass hand. I do want to do questions though today too, if possible. So if y'all got questions, Clint, thank you. Clint Olson. I have to enter these all in a thing, and then we're gonna do this live. I'll be able to show you guys the input directly for. Sadly, don't be sad. You're Canadian. What's wrong with Canada? I used to go to Canada all the time. Well, when I lived in Washington. Oh, damn, everybody getting wild in here. Gus, thank you. I got you down. You guys that are, wait, what? Is it saying that it's members only? Wait, everybody that's in here is a member. Hold on. Somebody just messaged me and said that it's showing up as members only. Hey, DB Cook, we take those here. Let me. I don't know how to edit this. Hold on, because I just realized all you guys are in fact members, but I don't know. Give me just a minute, guys. I legitimately have no idea how to change that. It's only members can chat, and I don't know why. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Let me. JS. Codings. Damn, JS. It's trying to win. Okay, so give me 1 second. You guys that are in here that are not members, give me just a second. And let me do whatever I can to try to fix this. I've never tried to edit it on the fly like this. See, it's the weird part is it's visibility. It's public. Oh, there we go. All right. Hey, anybody who's bam, there we go. Open the chat to everybody. Sorry about that, everybody. Well, everybody that was watching. I guess the members probably didn't care because they could all comment just fine. Oh dang! Look, what's up, everybody? I was like, man, there's 27 people in here, but there's only a couple people messaging. That's weird. All right, there we go, guys. Sorry, my apologies. I guess I should have noticed all the mask logos that showed. Do you guys remember? It was all green. It was all green text. I was like, oh, what satin black do I use? I've been using black magic for years. Tired of sifting it. Oh, I remember doing that with black magic way back in the day. The satin, I don't like most satin clears. It really depends on the gloss level that you're looking for. Lava black is pretty good. Lava black. It depends on, like I said, what you think of what a gloss level actually is. I mean, what you think a satin is in regards to the gloss level. I don't know. For me, like lava black is great. Satin black from IFS is also pretty good. A lot of people, when I show them a traditional satin black, they're like, "Oh, well, it's should be, isn't this glossier than regular satin black?" So it's all a matter of people's interpretation. I think matte black too is gloss. Or I mean, is like a satin black, like a true satin black. Yeah, stone black. I want to say there's one called cloud black as well from Prismatic. I don't buy any of that type of stuff anymore, just because I buy big box for flat black, gloss black, and like matte satin, whatever. I got a question for beginner. Would you recommend just jumping to a colo or a higher end gun, or just start? Paul, honestly, it's really a matter of what you can do budget wise. And the reason that I say that is I hate to see people spend a bunch of money on equipment and then realize that they don't want to do something, or that it's they're not good at it. Maybe, for example, depends. For me, buy the gun that you can not cringe when you buy. You know what I mean? So if that's starting with a dual voltage, cool. If you can grab a colo or something similar to that and you're comfortable with it, cool. I mean, obviously all the higher end guns are going to do well. Most of the higher end guns are going to do better than a dual voltage. The PCS 1000 is not in that list. So, that being said, it's a matter, like I said, of what you're really comfortable with. If you can dump money at a decent gun, cool. I guess some of you probably know that I golf, and I would always have friends that are like, "Oh, what golf club should I get?" I'm looking at this like full set of Titleist, and they were about to spend $1,500 on a full set of clubs with a bag, and I'm like, "Bro, you should go to Costco and you should buy yourself a set of clubs, or go buy a used set of decent clubs, and make sure that you actually want to play golf. Because if you're gonna go spend that much money, you're for sure gonna be bummed out when you go to resell brand new or nearly brand new clubs and realize that the resale value is like half of what they are brand new. So that's if you end up hating it. Let me see. Let me catch back up on these. Alan, that's awesome. Let me know. I think 3 different people got it today, and I think there's 2 people that it will be out. It's out or it's going to be delivered tomorrow, it says. Sherwin, let me apply this. Yeah, Ricardo, the thing about Sherwin-Williams flat anything, including their clears, is that they're all satin. It makes almost no sense. Anything that they list as flat is satin. Tiger Millennium Matte Black. I've never seen that one. I'll have to check it out. Clint Olson, on the flip side of spending money on equipment, cheap equipment can get you discouraged quickly. Yeah, I mean, if you have like a basic understanding, I mean, you've seen, either my videos or some other videos online that probably give you a decent idea of what it takes to powder coat. And if you feel that you're competent enough and can do it, and you think that it's going to be a thing where it's worth investing the money. I actually have no idea how much the dual voltage is, but if you're in a position where you can spend, $1,500 to $2,000 on a gun, there's definitely gun options out there. Mine's one of them. But they're available, is my point either way. Hey, babe. I already fed them, just so you know. Well, just the goon platoon. Just so you know. I fed them already, just so you know. I didn't know if you were going to feed Angel. But I already fed them, just so you know. Been trying to get Green Diamond Blast Media for cheap. Cannot get it in Australia. Yeah, that's a bummer. I mean, it's made in Oregon. Not too far, actually, from where I used to live in Oregon, weirdly enough. But I would guess in Australia it's not available. What's your go-to gunmetal? Also looking for something close to... Go-to gunmetal, I would say, is Cadillac Gray, probably. Cadillac Gray, Crystal Gray are both good colors. If you're not looking for big box stuff, Anthracite from... I think it's Anthracite from IFS. Now I'm questioning if that's right, actually. I would say I think it's Anthracite Metallic or something. I think it's called. Is a great gunmetal. It's actually one of the best looking ones for big box stuff. But Crystal Gray and Cadillac Gray are definitely, or Speedway Black. I know that a lot of people. Speedway Black is not black, despite what the title implies. It's like a black base with a ton of silver flakes, so it's really just a gray color. Volk Bronze. So APP makes a Volk Bronze. I think. Did you message me? I feel like I replied to this message somewhere. APP makes a color called Volk Bronze. To be fair, Volk has numerous bronzes, and they have for the last 30 years. I can name 4 different bronzes that they've had. So it really depends on which one you're going for. If you're going for that anodized look of Volk Bronze, the one that comes on TE37s and CE28s, things of that nature, you can usually do bronze chrome with Casper Clear. Gets you in the ballpark. It's not going to be a dead match. You're not going to be able to do one out of the set and have them all match. But if that's a color that people are looking for, it's a great option. PCS 1000 for the win. Yeah, that's what I'm screaming. Catching up here. Oh, Chris Barker. Thanks, man. Let me put this in. Let's see. Dude, got my sheet metal priced at $1,300 for my oven. Brandon, that is... that's a lot. I don't know what you need sheet metal wise. What are you getting? All you really need is a 16 gauge for the inside. If you don't need, I wouldn't get it galvanized. If you can get away from the galvanized, it should save you some money, but you're going to have a harder time finding that size sheet metal not galvanized. And then for the outside, you can get away with, thinner, 20, 22, stuff like that. You don't need the outside to be done on the same as the inside. The inside, you'll lose a lot of heat if you go to a thin sheet metal, and that's one of the downsides of it. Costs a little bit more, but no problem, Paul. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering the same thing. Yeah, Brandon, that seems like a lot. Andrew, you should be or not Andrew, Brandon, you should be. I think I can get. To do an entire oven, I could do stainless. I could do 16 gauge stainless for less than that. So you're definitely going to have to check it out. Because look around for other places. What I would do is call sheet metal places around you, not necessarily unless you can find just metal suppliers. I don't know who you're actually talking to. But you should be able to skin an oven for, if you're not going with stainless, you should be 600, 700 maybe tops. It really depends on how your oven's put together and how many pieces you're actually going to need. Ideally, if you could build an oven that only uses 5x8 or 5x10 or 4x8 or 4x10 sheets, that'd be perfect. Paul, I went full time, technically speaking, 3 months after I started powder coating for the public. But understand that my situation was a little bit different. I got incredibly busy really fast, and I was financially in a position that even if it kind of went downhill for a while, I would be okay. I would say people that I know, you're talking about maybe 6 to 8 to 10 months is probably what it would take, or what I've seen it take with other people. Every situation's a little bit different. I didn't have nearly the overhead. I didn't have any real overhead costs. I was working out of my, a big garage. So I had almost no overhead costs, which obviously saves a ton. Let's see. Yes, sir. Chris, my partner shot you an email. Okay. Got it. I was like, man, I swear I just answered this exact same question, but nice. RB26 covers. I actually have some RB25 covers. A bunch of random parts off of RB25 just came today. It got shipped here today. When I built my oven sheet metal, prices were all over the place. Definitely shop around. Yeah, that's a good advice, Chris, because they're legitimately all over. I called probably 4 or 5 places locally when I was looking for the sheet metal for my oven, and the prices were ridiculous. I got mine directly from a metal, just like supplier. Like all they sell is sheet metal, or they just sell like random metal. And the next closest price was a guy they do HVAC. The other couple HVAC places I called didn't even have metal that thick. Everything that they use is much thinner. This guy just happened to have them, and he was offering me great prices. Had I not gone with the stainless on the outside of the new oven, I probably would have went to that guy. JS coating's nice. I'm stoked to see what that looks like. Make sure you post pictures, put them in the chat, or actually send me pictures of them too. Put them in the UKC Army group, but send me pictures because I'll post them up on the community page. Here in Houston, we have a company that sells roofing metal. Oh yeah, Andrew. The only downside is I think isn't all roofing metal galvanized, and I know that heating up galvanized metal, at least when it's near the burners, like really heating it up, it puts off a pretty nasty chemical, if I remember correctly. If you can get away, like cover that piece in like a piece of aluminum, like that area or whatever, it'd probably help you some. Or just you could literally sand off all the galvanization, or if you have access to what is that? Muriatic acid will also take off galvanized, but then you're around muriatic acid, so it's not much better. Quick question about the wheel silvers you were mentioning last week. Porsche silver, does it inherently have orange peel? Yep. Not a ton. And when you clear it, you don't see it. The sample on Prismatic does, yeah. It's kind of funny. Yeah, Porsche silver is kind of a rough one. Most people just end up clearing it, and then you're good to go. You can't see it once it's cleared. I actually did that color with what is it? Like I want to say it was called Ghost Clear. It's like a kind of a satin clear, and that looked like it was a pretty badass looking color combo. And it hit all the orange peel naturally. With the powder coat oven, are you people doing zinc, galvanized, cold steel, or stainless? Total. So I used minor galvanized or zinc inside, and then I have 2 pieces of steel. I have pieces around all the burners that are just plain cold rolled steel. And then my outside, so my door and the 2 sides are both done in polished stainless. That was just for looks, obviously. Doesn't necessarily need to be that way. Inside it will rust if you don't go to galvanized or galvanized. Yeah. Well, sort of, Zeus. I mean, there's definitely ways. Like I'm in Utah where we have low humidity, and you're not gonna have nearly the rust issues here. I wonder, can I click these? Oh, Mark Gomez, we got a new member. Nice. Patrick B, put you down. Actually, let me keep scrolling because I know there's some more down here. Whoa, this thing just skipped so fast. Oh, this sucks. There we go. Clint, a good supply for cheap galvanized sheet metal is air conditioning supply houses. Yeah, but the thing about air conditioning, all the sheet metal that they're using is super thin. I think they start at like 22 gauge, or maybe 20, and you're not going to want that for the inside. You can use that for the outside. One of the steel places close to me. Yeah, Brandon, I would keep calling around. Kitty Karinina. What kind of cologne do I wear? I don't. Just whatever your mom smells like is what I end up smelling like. Is that weird? Israel, got you here. Thank you. 5 entries. Let's see. Put this user in timeout. 700 for my metal, 18 gauge inside and out. Yeah, that sounds a little more reasonable. I mean, I would do 16 gauge on the inside and then thinner on the outside, but it's going to balance itself out a little bit. Yeah, I know, Andrew. I mean, if you can just sit and run the burner, just run the oven, and you can vent it well for the first few times. You know, heat up and let it cool, heat up and let it cool. You're fine. But I'm saying, like, a lot of the guys on this channel are working in a garage where that might not necessarily be an option, and I'd hate to see somebody get sick from advice that was given either by me or anybody else in here. What's up, Dan? Oh, jeez, this thing. Clint Olson, what's your go-to clear for high gloss? I use Prismatic now when I think about ordering. I use one from Sherwin. IFS actually has a great one too, and I just convinced them to sell me some at an extremely discounted rate because customer service sucks. But I had to buy more clear. I think I didn't buy it in 50-pound. I bought it in. I think theirs is a 40-pound if I remember correctly. Let's see. Oh, and I think I already said, but welcome, Mark. I guess that means I got to change the member count, huh? Where we at now? 43. There we go. Andrew, I run mine in a 2-car open garage. Haven't had a problem. Yeah, yeah, you can get away with it for sure. I'm not saying that it won't ever work out like that. It's a, like I said, I don't want somebody getting sick because we didn't at least tell people that it was going on. Oh, sorry, I'm just now seeing why you guys. Yeah, I don't know what that person was. They're just in here seeking attention, which is adorable and everything, but I don't know why you would come in here and ask what kind of cologne I wear. It's a little weird. At least the picture they used was of a hot chick. Probably just a dude, so it's a little weird regardless, but Ryan, got you in here. Appreciate it, sir. Severino. Any experience with wet black from Titan? Nope. I have no experience with it. Chris, the only gloss blacks that I've messed with that I would actually recommend to anybody are Super Wet Black from IFS and Mirror Black 2 from Sherwin-Williams, Powdera line. Patrick, what game is on? Football game? Yeah, White Pony. I don't know whose mom it was. Whoever's mom was talking. What's up, Richard? Then have a deal with the car dealership for rims. How does that work? And getting set up new 2-powder. So if you want to talk to dealerships, the first thing that you need to do is have a couple samples to bring them. Because the thing about dealerships, there's a couple things they care about more than other people. The pricing is the biggest thing to most dealerships, and turnaround time is probably right there as well. Sometimes it's turnaround time is more important than dealerships, or more important than pricing rather. One of the things that you have to consider is most of the time dealerships are having you do, black on pretty much everything. But that being said, they need it done now because it's for a car that has already been sold. So if you can offer a 24-hour turnaround, like I have it, dealerships can bring a whole vehicle here and I'll swap them. And there's not, I've done them in 24 hours. I tend to do them in 48. But if you have those options and can charge people for that, most of the dealerships don't mind paying it. Especially if somebody bought a brand new $50,000 car and they want their wheels black, adding a few $100, so that's not going to be a big issue for them. Let's see. And then Mark, the other thing is go in with samples, man. Like whether it be a suggestion that I have for people is if you can get your hands on a spare wheel, like a good size wheel, 17, 18, bigger, whatever, cut it into 4 sections, and then do like a silver, just like boring silver, whatever everybody else uses. and then do a flat black, satin black, and gloss black. So cut it into 4 sections and just do that, and then strap it back together somehow. You can use like plumber's tape to strap it back together is the easiest way. That way you have something to go in and show them. Not only you're going to show them, you can offer these plain boring ass colors, which is what every dealership wants, but they're going to be able to see your work on that as well. And I've had dealerships ask me for like setups like that so they can show their customers like, these are the 4 colors we offer in powder coating, pick from those 4. That way you're not, going back and forth dealing with handing people swatches and going through all that nonsense. I mean, I've had people spend 2-3 hours at a time trying to pick out a color, standing in my showroom looking at colors that are basically all the same. So you can try to avoid that stuff as best you can, especially because dealerships are going to try to talk you down on price, so you don't want to spend a bunch of extra time on that stuff. Had to call 8 different Sherwin-Williams places to get a hold of the powder sales guy. Yeah, Brandon, their website is kind of weird. I've got it right on the first call, but I kind of just guessed based on what it said they sold. But if you go to their website, you can kind of narrow it down for like the commercial industrial side. And they also sell like, giant things of paint. They don't sell like 5-gallon buckets. They sell these like huge things that they mount on trucks. And I was like, oh, okay, well, those people probably sell powder coat as well. And luckily they did perfectly. So, Aaron Karoon, the dog portraits are pretty sick. I like how you put your dogs in the videos. Hey, no problem, man. It's my dogs are awesome, and I feel like they deserve the shine. So, thanks for the kind words about these fine dog portraits. Ryan, what's your? Oh man, one day I'm gonna figure out how to scroll down this without it skipping through everything. What's your blast and outgas process? I chemically strip pretty much everything. Not everything, but pretty close. Then go through. I sandblast everything, 30-60 green diamond. I outgas everything, and if I feel like it's something that might need it, I'll go back over and sandblast it just lightly again after the outgassing process. And that's about it. I mean, blow it all off, clean it, whatever. I was actually looking at a guy just sent me a message today, a local place that I don't know exactly. It almost sounds like they're going to stop doing powder coating. They do powder coating on something in house, and they're going to be stopping that and outsourcing it now. And they have a big pressure washing situation for after blasting that I'm debating. He's trying to. I mean, he offered it pretty cheap for what it is. I went and looked him up online, and his is not even a third of what they would cost new. So, and his comes with a bunch of spare parts. I guess there's hoses and the ends of the guns kind of blow out on those. It sounds like, and then something about a pump. So, I'm gonna go talk to him on Thursday. I think it is. We set up to go take a look at it. IFS, what's their minimum that they sell? 1 pound, 5 pounds? I think they have a 5-pound minimum. She had sent me a price today. The sales rep that I deal with from IFS finally replied to me, and I think she replied to me, or she sent a message to me that was meant for somebody else. Because she broke down the pricing even further than I was just buying whole boxes from her. So, but I think it's 5-pound minimum. I think their price range goes from 5 pounds to 20 pounds. All that is the same price per pound. And then once you go above 20 pounds is where it changes and gets a lot cheaper. A lot cheaper. They're sending me 5 pound Chris post up and they're my spray it. Oh, what's the average cost of their minimum pound for black? I mean, actually, here, let me see. I think I have that text. Because I can tell you right now, it's super cheap if you buy it in any sort of like real quantity. So, oh yeah, it's 5 to 20. So 5 pounds is the minimum. 5 to 20 pounds, it shows the breakdown. This will give you kind of an example. Now, to be fair, I don't know if everybody's pricing is the same. I'm not implying that I get a better deal or you're going to pay more, whatever. I just can't quote me on these prices. I'm just giving you a breakdown. Silver Dillo, which is a color from them that I absolutely love. 40 pounds is a standard package. I think Silver Dillo is $9.38 a pound when you buy a 40-pound box. But if you buy 5 to 20 pounds, it's $21.50 a pound. Well worth it, by the way. It's an awesome color. And if you buy 25 pounds or more, it's $9.91 a pound. So a big jump once you get up into 20. I don't know why there's a jump from 20 to 25. That doesn't make any sense. But guessing anything more than 20 pounds, you're looking at $9.91 a pound. Some other examples: if you buy in bulk, you buy a super wet black from them, you're looking at $4.25 a pound. Matte black, that's for a 55-pound box. Just keep that in mind. $4.25 a pound. Matte black 2 is $5.65 a pound. They have some clears that are come in 40-pound boxes, and they're a little under $8 a pound each. When you're buying 40 pounds, so. They're sending me 5 pounds, Chris. I'll post on Facebook. Chris, thanks for going live. Just sent payment for 2 cans of uniform whiskey, like Alan said. Can't wait to get it. Awesome. I'm stoked. Oh, welcome, Total Service Prep Media Blasting. Guess we had to change the member count again. I don't mean to sound bummed out about changing the member count. Y'all can keep joining. I'm into it. JS Coatings. What is that? Probably 5. Oh, yeah. The minimum is 5. And keep in mind, IFS is also... Crap. Now I can't think of the name. Let me grab it. IFS is also Polychem, which is this company I'll put up here. They're at Polychem Coatings. I don't know how well this is actually going to show up. I can't get it to focus on it. I'll put it in the chat. Polychemcoatings.com. And Polychem sells, I don't know if you guys have ever seen like VMR Sunken Treasure, but that's who makes it. So definitely, and they have a lot of cool colors, Polychem, and they also have a 5-pound limit on pretty much everything. Probably, are they trying to match 1 or 2 wheels? Wait. Keith, what are you saying about matching 1 or 2 wheels? Sorry, man, I was figuring that out. I don't know what that's a reference to. Dale, hey man, have you used prismatic polished aluminum on steel wheels? No, I've never used it on steel. I've used it on aluminum, ironically, and I think it's a great base. I like that it's a little more subtle than the chrome bases. I think it still looks good either way. Total Service Prep, yeah, I'm a twist. Oh yeah, thanks for the encouragement, JS Coatings. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Cool, thanks. I'm way behind on questions, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up. Let's see. Clint Olson, what do you say about 3/4 ton truck center caps? A lot of times they're huge and chrome plated plastic. I don't do anything about them. I say, I tell my customer that if they want to get paint made, I can make, get a spray paint can made. I can do a sample spray out so they have a panel to take in to get made, but I avoid them pretty much entirely if I can. I do that with almost all center caps, not just big truck ones, all center caps. Oh, it's not a hot C. Oh, now I can't think of the brand name. It starts with a B. But it is hot. That makes me feel any better, but it's kind of cool. It's a big. They do. Looking at what they do something fairly big. I mean, you could fit. It's got to be a 4x8 bed, the spray bed for that. It has the big walls on 3 sides. Obviously, it's all self-contained. And how do you work in the sandblasting cost and stripping? The sandblasting cost for me was actually really simple. when I started taking, I didn't start out when I started powder coating. I had somebody else doing all my sandblasting for me. I did literally none of it. And wheels were $20 a piece. Chemical strip place here local to me, they were 25 a piece if you wanted to go that route. Now $20 a piece to get them blasted. They were blasting them with green diamond for me, and they would blast off anything that I brought them. If they were powder coated wheels, it cost a little bit more. But when I started at the time, powder coated wheels weren't like a big thing like they are now. And vehicles definitely didn't come stock with powder coated wheels back then, or not many. So you could get away with that. As far as the costs, I mean, if somebody brings me a set of wheels, I charge them $100 to strip wheels. Charge them $100 to blast wheels if they want to go that route. So, I don't, that cost is obviously much less when it's worked into if I'm powder coating your wheels. But if you're just bringing me stuff to do prep for you, I charge more. Mostly because I don't like doing it. Those are the two things that I hate doing the most: is stripping wheels and sandblasting wheels. Cesar Enriquez, can moisture in the air cause a sandblaster to clog? Yeah, so what ends up happening is moisture builds up at the bottom where sand should be coming out, either coming out or being picked up, depending on if you're using a pot or siphon feed. And what it does is it just clumps the sand up. So the sand, being in a clump is what's clogging your line. One of the ways you can get away from that is figure out a way to cool the air before it gets to your, the air compressor is making the air hot. If you can figure out a way to cool that air before it gets into your pot or whatever you're using, it'll help you out a ton. Super Mirror Black from Columbia Coatings is less than $3 a pound and you buy 40 pounds or more shipped. I absolutely love that powder. Yeah, JS, I don't know. I never used it. I think I paid $218 shipped for a 55-pound box, $218 shipped for a 55-pound box of Mirror Black, or no, super wet black from IFS. Blasting some caliper from the stop spitting sand air. Oh yeah, Andrew answered your question there. Caesar, Chris, what's up? Welcome, new member. I think you were the reason that I added people or added another person. Make sure here. I know that you guys don't see this unless you have a YouTube channel, but YouTube changed a little bit of the back end stuff for like uploading videos, and it must have happened today at some point, and it's a huge pain in the ass figuring out what to do now. Members. Oh no, we did get, okay, so another member. All right, I'm increasing. 45. All right, Keith, I was just referring to dealing with dealers. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why I thought, Keith, that normally on dealers, very few dealers are going to come to you and ask you to do one or two wheels. They're going to call like the mobile, that's mostly used car dealerships will tend to do that, and they'll call them mobile repair people who just come in with, fancy cans of spray paint and do a little sanding, maybe some Bondo and some curb rash, and then just lightly, throw some silver on it just to get a used car sold. Most used car dealerships are not going to be willing to spend that kind of money to redo a set of wheels because it's probably not affecting the sale of the car too much. Oh, I'm all the way back down. Perfect. How much do you charge per wheel? Strip, blast, one coat. So, Carlos, I've been going back and forth about this. It's I charge $75 for an 18-inch wheel. That being said, I'm raising my prices. So I've actually been going back and forth. I made a couple phone calls today to other powder coaters checking the prices, and I think I'm just going to up mine probably to, I'm going to guess $380 a set. So a big increase, $20 a wheel increase. Chris Berquist, JS Coatings. I also use CC Super Mirror Black, and I love it. About 40 minutes south of them, I just drive my happy ass up there when I need something. Oh yeah, that's nice. See, I only have that advantage for blast media. It doesn't really save me much, I don't think. What size air compressor do I use? It's an 80-gallon. It's about 23 CFM. It's a true 5 horsepower. It's actually a 10 horsepower stall, but it's a 5 horsepower. Can run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 5 horsepower. Nestor Lugo. Hunter Biden received $3 million for hookers and cocaine. That's cool. I don't know how that matters here, but I appreciate the heads up. Do you follow Hunter Biden? Do you know a lot about him? Are you just mad that he wouldn't spend money on hookers and cocaine for you, or what? What's the post? Hey man, I sent you that music. Yeah, Patrick, I did actually. I remembered it like 2 days ago too, and I finally went and actually grabbed the link. You had uploaded it. I remembered it somewhere, and I was like, oh yeah, I need to go grab that. About a 55-gallon or a rim strip drum. How do I transfer it to another barrel safely? You need to get a pump. You need to get a pump that is okay transferring chemicals. So it's going to be a. You can get it at a place called like Industrial Supply, Granger, if there's one of those near you. I'm sure Tractor Supply has them. You can get them on Amazon. Um, but it's just like a hand pump. Works like a champ, by the way. Did you get the website going to get merch? No, total service. I'm a fail. I'm a super fail on the website. Hey, we got 38 viewers. Can we get 30 something likes now? Since we're all like at 29, just like lingering. Pretty stoked we got 3 new members though. That was real random. Where are we at? 41 minutes. Killing it. I'm actually going to go in and make sure that I got everybody jotted down. Let's see. Why is Matt at Express Chem always busy when you call? To be fair, Tom, I actually don't ever call him. He called me today, weirdly. Um, I text him, but when I first started advertising, um, that people should talk to Matt, I think he didn't realize how many people would be on the channel and seeing, his information. And he asked me to post his cell phone number, and he had people texting him at 1 a.m. his time and asking questions, and so more or less, he had me put his regular phone number on there. You can always try emailing him. I think his email is in the description of this video. It's Matt Opperman at Express Chem or Chem Express, whatever it is. Chris, let's see. Would it be feasible to ship wheels to you to have you do them and send it back, or should I go local? People send me wheels all the time, but it's unless you just want me to do them, or you want to do a color that other people don't have, which mostly was unicorn pussy, which is now kind of available to everybody. There's almost really no point in shipping your wheels to somebody else, unless maybe you've had bad experiences with a couple places local to you and you just don't want to deal with that anymore. Just the expense of shipping wheels makes the job incredibly expensive overall. I mean, you're going to spend a bare minimum of $100 shipping them and $100 back, and then on top of that, you have the time that it takes and all that. So, I mean, people ship me wheels all the time. It's nothing wild. I just had a bunch of Skyline parts shipped to me. People ship stuff all the time. It's just a matter of, is it feasible? I mean, does it work for you from a financial aspect, knowing that you're going to spend $200 in the shipping alone? And that's on the low side a lot of the times. Depends on where you're at. JS coatings. Before you spray it, just hit me up. I'll walk you through it. I mean, we talk randomly anyway, so I'm sure you'll talk to me. Caesar, you can get the link for the pump I used to transfer if you want. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't have a link for the pump. I'm sure somebody, obviously, Green Mountain has it available. I just went to Industrial Supply, which is, I don't know, 4 blocks from here, 5 blocks from here, something like that, and they have them in stock, so I just grabbed them. JS coating, ship what to you? What? Keith Bunrick. There was a bit of a thread on your UKC page about primers and their uses, mainly zinc rich versus red oxide. Any insight? Zinc oxide. So zinc rich primer is essentially what you put on anything steel that you don't want to rust, anything that's going to get any sort of exposure. zinc-rich primer, the way it helps is if you say something, say you did a off-road bumper for a truck or rock sliders for a truck, and they hit rocks with them because that's what trucks do, and it chipped off the powder to some degree down to bare metal. If you have a zinc-rich primer, it's going to stop, although that metal that's now bare will rust, it's going to stop it from spreading. And a lot of times you'll see, a finish bubbled up with rust going underneath it. This will stop that from happening. It being zinc-rich. Red oxide is much different. Red oxide you don't use on much, honestly. Plumbing fittings use it all the time. Things that are going to be buried, stuff that's going to be underground or in underwater a lot. I know a lot of places will do red oxide on trailers, boat trailers, where they're going to be putting them in salt water. How long does it take you to do a full set of big calipers, including disassembling, stripping, and blasting? 5 hours, maybe. Maybe. Probably not even that, ultimately. Just as a heads up, guys, for those of you guys that have entered into the drawing, and those who haven't, either way, I'm gonna do the drawing in probably about 12 minutes. So I'm gonna be entering everybody's name. If you want to enter before then, you have the chance. You're gonna do, every dollar that you do through Super Chat is an entry. So members, if you're already a member, you get 1 entry just by default. Doesn't matter what level you are. What are your thoughts on Cerakote? Yeah, I do Cerakote all the time. The thing about Cerakote that kind of sucks is the shelf life on it isn't great. You can get away with a little bit more if you put it in a refrigerator. And it stinks. It smells real bad. When I do Cerakote, I do it late at night so I can leave because the smell is so much that my neighbors would complain about it, kind of a scenario. Like, it's that bad. But it's a great product. Did you get Hudson code? Literally have my new apron in the cart before. I don't know. You know what's funny is I wrote the guy who emailed me initially from Hudson, and when I replied to that email asking if they had set up a discount code for it, the email bounced back. So I sent it to another person at Hudson, just like a generic email at Hudson, and I haven't heard anything back. So I don't know if the guy who emailed me initially isn't there anymore or what. If you're able to get a drum higher than what you are transferring to, then you can buy a 3/4 hose and a shop vac. Oh, yeah. I'm definitely not putting rim strip in my shop vac, but you can get wild if you want to go that route. Columbia Coating sells the pump. Yeah, there's lots of places that sell that pump. It's a super generic. I think even Harbor Freight sells that pump. One thing you want to do is make sure that you get as much of the stuff out of it, and I leave mine in the drum. Everybody says you can't leave it in the drum. It will make the shaft that goes down, the tube that goes down into the drum, it will make it a little bit more flimsy, though. Just so you know. Garbage powder coating. Let's see. What's up? Thanks for all the videos. I've learned a bunch from you. I'm just starting my new business. Nice, man. Good luck with that. Glad you guys are finding use in these videos. Transferring stripper to overpack was easy using gravity. Well, 55-gallon in the bed of the truck, overpack on the ground, cheap chemical hand pump, took the first couple pumps, and gravity took care of the rest. Yeah, you can put it in your mouth and try it that way if you want. I'm going to start entering names into this list over here, and I think I'll be able to move the camera and show you guys this. Pretty sure. That's what she said. Hand is, I don't know. It's getting better. Definitely stronger than it was. It hurts less doing random things, which is nice. I won't know anything else until the 6th. That's my next appointment. White pony Pin entries. White. Oh, hey, no worries, Garvey's. I understand. Chris, just used Cerak for the first time about a week ago, and it whooped my ass. Would you consider ever doing a video on it? Yeah, I can do a video on it. I actually have my other list of video suggestions right here, so I will add that to the list right now. Thank you, Keith. Them Canadian Dunkets. Do you think it's weird that you guys, you Canadian, does this ever bother you that you have British royalty on all your money? I always wondered what that was like. Just seemed like a weird thing to me. All right. So, oh, Edward. Get you in at 5. Thank you, sir. Yeah, the thing you got to remember, Chris, with Cerakote is you have to spray. It's like kind of like powder. You have to spray the really hard to reach areas first. So if you're doing like a ram horn manifold, turbo manifold, you have to get down into that collector as best you can before doing any of the rest. Because the thing that sucks about ceramic is it will run. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't play. The second that you get it too thick, it's a run, and then it's a problem. So let's see. Oh, I just realized I don't have to turn the camera. I can actually input this page onto the thing here, and you guys can see it. Let me add all these names here. I'm not putting everybody's names in like the most perfect way possible, but 5, 6, 7. For valve covers that you can't remove the baffle, Brandon Mize got you. Brandon Mize. How to clean a white man. I should make that video. That video would be so funny, honestly. Chris Barker, for valve covers, that you can't remove the baffle, do you still chemical strip? I do, but it's complicated. There's a lot to that. So it really depends on the style of baffle. And I have actually wadded up like a metal mesh that I have, shoved it down into those holes the same way if you watch the clay video. If you watch the clay video, it's the same concept as that, and that'll stop the big chunks from going down into it. And then just make sure in the rinse out process you're pulling that back out. To stop any contaminants that are in your tank from going in as far as like chunks go, and then you're going to want to let anything come out that you can. So before you do any of the cleaning, make sure you go that route. Anyone looking for a pump, do not get a plastic. Oh, wait, it just skipped so far. There we go. Do not get a plastic hand pump. Get the more expensive hand crank. Trust me. Yeah, those plastic pumps fail rig wash soap. Paula, I think it depends on the one. I've used the same one for like 5 years, and I've never had a problem with mine. And I leave mine in the rim strip. So I think there's like super cheap ones that aren't made of the right plastic that will melt. But mine's been fine. When you started the new oven build, I think I might be doing that this weekend. Total service prep. I got kind of lucked out in a situation. I think I'm gonna be able to do it this weekend. Do you convert to Canadian to US dollars before counting the money for the phone? No, because I don't want to go through that hassle right now. So the Canadians are technically going to have a better chance. Technically. Chief, thank you, sir. Put this in here. I'm still entering all these names over here. You guys are going to have to give me a minute to do that. Oh, wait, I skipped. Let's see. Richard, any luck? No, that computer I think I can get the files off that computer now. I think it's set up to the point where I can grab all the files, but the computer is continuing to be a hoe. I'm gonna try to pull the files off of it later tonight, actually. Let's see. HB versus poly has an issue with plastic pumps. Yeah, if you get something that's HDPE, you'll be fine. Thanks, Robert. I guess I probably should have been more clear about that. Let me add more of these names here. Gus the Bus. You were in at 5. 5 American. I used that pump that melted my first time using it. This pump and I used 3 times and going strong. Yeah. You're still gonna make a long oven for bumpers. No, Gus. No, I just had that idea. I was never gonna do that. This one is basically 8 feet tall. It's actually 8 feet and a couple inches. Just mostly because I had a little measurement issue that I had. No, that idea. I just had that idea randomly. I thought it might be useful for some people. Robert, yeah, no problem, man. Like I said in the page, like I don't understand why people are like that. Really don't. So now I got to do this JS coding one 50 times. The JS is over here gambling because he's heading his ass to Vegas. He's like practicing. 7, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. There we go. Use B17 HF pump works. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you get 51 because of members. I haven't added the member part yet. I forgot about that. I'll do yours right now. Hopefully I just don't forget to do it. Hopefully I don't forget to do it with anybody else. Chris Barker. Israel. Israel, what was the other name you said I could call you? Was it Abe? It was Abe. Alright, Israel's added. Ryan, Sev. Doing the giveaway in just a couple minutes, guys. Just so you know. So if you want to enter, now is your chance. Keith. Oh, oops. 5, Keith. Edward. Sorry, guys. I'm really not trying to ignore you. I'm trying to enter these in. I probably should have been doing it as we go. The chance I might do one of these maybe once a week or something. I don't know exactly. Brandon and then Chief. Wait, Chief, did you spell? Is your name spelled wrong, or did I write it wrong? Let me read. Let's see. White pony. I should be at 14. Yeah, I gotta grab your. Right here? Yeah. Israel did 15 yesterday, and Green did 2. So actually, let me finish putting this other Chief one in. Chief Yoda. Give me just a second here, guys. 6, 7, 8, 10. And then White Pony. I wonder if there's like a limit on this. Probably should have looked. Israel. Trying to put in like a certain amount and then come back and answer more questions. 12, 13, 14, 15. And then Green Mountain. Green Mountain. All right. Where we at? I got my 3x3x4 oven done, and later that day, someone asked me to do bumpers, and I was like, "Yeah, it's funny how that works." I always feel like I'm just short of where I want to be oven wise, but I have like a limit that I won't get to. So, yeah, White Pony, I added yours in. The ones from yesterday as well, both sets. Made a pump with PEX and NPT fittings. Use compressed air to transfer paint stripper. This PEX, I guess PEX would probably hold up to chemicals, right? JC's 9 of them today. I think about the same amount goes out tomorrow. I actually haven't even looked at the list of that yet. Alex, $20 pump. Let's see. My partner in crime has a 6x4x4. Let's push it over to his one stripped. Sunny days only. Oh, dang. This thing just jumped again. Paul, I'm going to see if I can pull all the files off the... I have that computer chilling, and I got it to a point where I think now that I can pull all the files off, if I can get those off, I'll just start blasting them up. I didn't really expect this computer to be down as long as it ended up being down, so... Jesse Ryan, greetings from Trinidad, West Indies. Damn. You out there, Jesse Ryan. Hand pumps are made just like bottle sprayers. Some are made for stronger chemicals and acid. Yeah, exactly. Jesse Ryan, who painted the doggo? His name is Cyril Art. I'll put his link right here in the video. You can also just look up Cyril Art on Facebook as well. Assuming that you're talking about the giant one. The smaller one over here was painted by my friend Victoria. Can't afford 50 a week. Well, you don't have to do 50 a week. I thought you were just practicing for your Vegas trip, man. I'm in the process of building my shop. Just received all the metal to build my ovens. Build one of those 8 foot wide, 6 feet high, 12 feet deep. Can't wait to get this going. That's adventurous, Mark. Your first oven's pretty good size. I assume it's gas. Mark Hoadley, Hillbilly Hobo. It's right. Got it. Oh, Brody. I'll get you in here. Okay, I'm gonna cut off. No more. Don't do any more super chats, y'all. We're cutting this off. I still got to add in the members, and there's a bunch of those as well. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for Brody. All right. Oh, whoa. Give 2 cans away. Maybe. 3F, can you ship me some green diamond? I mean, I could. I don't know the best way to go about that. I guess I could look into it if you really need that to happen. That's how my brother's manifold chipped when custom functions did it. The collector area was sprayed weird and it was chipped and flaked right away. Yeah. The thing is, if you don't get that just right, it's a problem. White Pony, what? There's only, I think we're only missing 1 video from last week, right? Maybe 2. Failed on that one. Just around pros and cons of gas heat versus element for the ovens. gas is just, I mean, gas heats up fast, but if you're not going to run it all day, it's not the most efficient way to run an oven. You know, my oven, for the most part, when I'm like, you know, working, um, you know, gas isn't ideal for a smaller oven anyway, but I can keep my oven on all day and not really think much of it. You know, it's constantly working to keep the heat good, or you know, keep the heat even at 400 degrees or 405, whatever I have it set out at the time. If you had to buy another powder coating system, what one would you invest in? One of mine at this point. Like it's after doing all the gun comparison stuff, it was pretty straightforward to me. It performed the exact same as a Optiflex 2. Cost a fifth of the price. Where's my office moves? Don't tell me how to live my life. Robert, gas gets better with larger ovens. Oh yeah, yeah. Gas is too much for a smaller oven. It's just not an effective way of running the oven. The other thing is if you got the downside with gas is like you can't just have it blowing into the oven. I've seen some places that just have it literally like they just blow straight into the oven and there's no baffling or anything. Whereas if you look at like actual like high-end gas ovens, they blow into like a blower box where all that hot air can come in, but it's not coming in with any sort of it doesn't create like wind inside, because creating wind inside is a problem. You're going to blow around anything that might be in your oven. If you open the doors, it's going to blow a bunch of stuff out, which when it's blowing stuff out, it means it's probably also going to be pulling stuff in as a default. 3F, yeah. Shoot me an email, just unknowncoatings@gmail.com, and I can look into it. I've never even considered looking into something like that, so I don't know anything about it. Clint Olson, question about the new powder coating guns. They're important and they automatically adjust KVs like the Gemmy units. They have the option to, so you can turn that off, but it's, yes. They'll detect Faraday areas basically on their own, which is what is telling it to adjust. So Ryan, I've been spraying stuff in my videos. Is all done with a Hyper Smooth 02, but that's not technically the gun that I use. Gas control is difficult on small stuff. Yep, control factor is the biggest issue. Yeah, exactly. Okay, guys, give me just a minute. Let me grab the list of all the users. Where's my list? Man, I wish there was a good way to just copy this list. Give me 1 second, guys. Let's see if I can do this. So Mark, Gomez, Chris, Burke, Bergquist. Spelled that wrong. There we go. Bergquist. Total surface prep. Smoking Z's. Jason Burt. I really want to know if Jason Burt is Jason Burt that I actually know. Ryan Severino. DB Cook 1. Dale Williams. Dale Williams, are you still in here? Don't you live far away? You live in like another country. The one thing, I don't know if I can actually ship this to another country. I can ship it to Canada ground, but that's it. Patrick B. What's that say? 30, 50 fab. Ricardo Alvarez. Don't mind me, guys. Just trying to type all these in. Probably should have done this particular part of it before I ever started. Off limits. Jeff Marrer. Gets another one. Legend. Oh. Legendary coating. Israel. Spelled your name wrong. There we go. Gus DeBus gets another one because he's a member. Danny Husky. So when this picks this, and if one of them's wrong, like if there's a name that's misspelled, just know that I'm going to be able to figure out who it is. Typing these way too fast, I'm not actually looking at anything. Codings. Fowler. Andrew Gerber. Andrew, are you still in here? Did you bail? I saw you were in here earlier. Green Mountain. JC's. Codings. Pat Mashal. Steve Shelley. Oh, I'm almost done. Greg. Yeah, where's Greg at? I haven't seen Greg Brockton in here forever. Okay. Alright. Now that I got that done. Oh. Hold on, let me scroll back up. Scroll back up. Israel, there was 3 that entered yesterday. It was Green Mountain, White Pony, and yourself. I got all those. Jesse Ryan, my name is Sean, sir, but you're welcome. With the new 2020 Optiflex 2 Gemma, whatever, digital unit imported. About 2 of them. Alexandre, where are you at? What country are you in? Sometimes when I spray bright green from Prismatic, I get tiny black specks that appear after curing. Any thoughts? Edward, jump on their page and go to that actual color. A lot of times there'll be a note that says, I mean, if it's a powder issue, it'll actually say that it's notorious for having black dots in it or something. There's a bunch of powders on Prismatic that are like that. If that is not the case, that doesn't mention anything on the page, and it's black, is it black every time? Do you spray a lot of black? It could just be a cleaning issue. It could be black specks that are showing up in the hose. I assume bright green is, of course, bright green when you look at it. So it might be a thing where it's showing you the black dots, if anything. Does it happen on all parts? Like if you spray just a panel, like a sample panel, a bare aluminum sample panel, does it also happen? One of the biggest ways of figuring out if you are having an issue with powder versus a gun issue is spray, or a part issue, is if your parts are being a pain in the ass, just take a random sample, just a piece of metal that you know is clean and perfect and no issues, and spray that and see if you're having the same issue. I'll shoot you an email about it. Also, out of the blues, have you thought about selling hangers for wheels like the ones you use? No, because I think I showed you guys how to make them in one of the videos. Probably like one of the shop episode 23 shop equipment video. I think that it's in there, and literally anybody can make them with no effort at all. The stuff's at any hardware store and costs a couple dollars a piece to make. So I probably wouldn't make them just because I would feel bad having to mark that up for you guys. LW Coatings, welcome as a member. I'm gonna add you here to this drawing. I assume that's LW, right? Maybe IW? I don't know. Andrew. Oh, no, Andrew. I was typing your name in for the giveaway because you're a member, so you get an automatic entry, and I just hadn't seen you say anything for a minute. Oh, Montreal, okay. Keith. Neon Yellow has red dots, as the disclaimer says. Yeah, there's a bunch of their yellows that actually have those red dots. It's pretty common. No, not every time, and I haven't shot black before the green. It's not a matter of shooting it right before. I mean, it could have been something you shot days ago. Well, I try, Mark. I try. How else would you pronounce that? Isn't it Mark Hoadley, Hillbilly Hobo? I don't know like what else it would even be. All right, let me import this source. Let's see. Import browser. Okay. Oh, damn it. It's not going to let me do that. Damn it. All right, I'm going to grab the camera. I'm going to do it we're gonna do it old school. I'm gonna grab the camera and show you guys the screen. Because it's the only real way I can do it. Have a hose for every color or family of colors. It's a great tip. One for clear specific to, one for metallics, like sparkles in a clear. Have a separate one. It's the best way to do it. Joined yesterday but was unable to get into the chat. Well, my bad, Smoking. I don't know what that was about. Let's see. If you change your mind, let me know. I'm sure there are a few people on here that wouldn't mind pay for it. Convenience is priceless. Yeah, I guess that's true. Get black dots on my Chrome sometimes because of contaminants. Yeah, that should Green Mountain. That should only be on Super Chrome, the original Super Chrome. That shouldn't happen. Well, assuming that you're talking about Super Chrome, it shouldn't happen on Super Chrome 2 because the black that you end up seeing in that chemical is not actually in Super Chrome 2, so you shouldn't have those issues. All right, guys. I'm gonna hit shuffle. Oh, I'm gonna grab this camera as best I can. Show you guys this. Oh, I guess I need to get rid of the contaminant part of here. Cancel. Browser. Oh, it's like a never-ending thing of the screen. That's terrifying looking. Okay, I'm gonna fix that, you guys. Don't worry. There you go. All right. So, as you can see, I have this entire list in here. There is 175 entries, it looks like. Don't worry, it's still, I think this is still catching up. I'm like looking at my screen. All right. Yeah, I totally forgot that it would do that on here. Sorry, guys. All right. So, this is it. It's spinning. Brody kicked in what? Oh, you were the last $10. So well done. So what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna do a second one. So I'm gonna remove all instances of Brody. I assume that's what that does. I'm gonna do a second giveaway, not of a second cam, but I'm going to do something maybe equally as cool and send you something. Oh, it's JS Coatings. All right. JS Coatings got the secondary, the backup prize. Oh. Am I so pretty? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. All right. Let me write this down. Brody, can you shoot me an email? I'll put my email in the chat right here. Coatings@gmail.com. Contact me. Get that worked out. Congrats on that. And then JS, I already have your shipping address, so I'm going to send you something delightful. I'm glad you at least won something after donating $50. So, did you guys see that on the screen? I just realized I can see it on my screen here, but I don't know. Did it transfer like well on the video? Let me know. I didn't realize that this was going to be such a huge pain in the ass. I actually have to import this into my software before I show you guys so that I can actually put it into the video. Because I'm using OBS. I don't know if any of you guys know what that is, but all right. Any last questions before I go? Welcome, by the way, to all the new members. We had 4 new members join just during this chat alone. Shouts to 44 likes already. I'll give it like 2 more minutes if you guys got any more questions, and then I'm out. I need to get food. If for some reason you're on here and you're not subscribed, you for sure should do that. Get rid of that one finally. Smash that like button if you're here. Best clear to use. Richard, are you looking for a gloss clear? And are you willing to buy big box stuff? Is a better question. IFS has a super durable clear that's pretty great. But for big box, I mean, you can buy stuff by the pound from them, but it's not great. I think you pay $7.85 if you buy it 40 pounds at a time from them. Let's see. Everybody's thanking everybody. Brandon, I did. I actually saw that right before I got on here. I will reply to your text message here in just a minute. Brother, have a good evening. Clint Olsen, good night. Let's see, not all. Oh, you guys are also friendly in here. Not in a negative way. No question, let me know on the green diamond and hangers. I will do that. See you all Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday got a members only chat. Anybody can view it, but it's members only chat. Yeah, Richard, I would say the super durable clear from IFS is a great clear. Sherwin also has a great gloss clear. If you don't want to do big box, Clear Vision's a good clear, honestly, overall. I've never had any issue. I know there's a lot of guys in here who hate it. Clear Vision is one of those ones that kind of throws people off because it's a 375 for like 18 minutes or something cure cycle. And if you go over 375 on your temperature, it definitely tends to dull it and yellow it as you get like up into 400 and a little bit beyond 400 degrees. So, Bagelman, glad to see you're staying in touch with your viewer base. Of course, man. That's what this is all about, helping each other out. And Bagelman's probably one of the coolest names in here, by the way. Jesse Ryan, this man, remain COVID free. I will do my best. Andrew, yeah, 50 likes, man. I just saw that too. It's awesome. Burn, hello. You look like bring me joy con kinda lol haha. Well, I'm not 100% sure what that means, but I guess I appreciate you saying it. All right, guys. Thank you kindly. Thanks for all the super chats tonight, and congrats to the winners. You guys contact me, and I'll get some stuff out to you. Yo 3F, check out Surface Prep for Green Diamond. Who the fuck hit unlike? Somebody hit unlike. Well, I don't know. Somebody hit unlike before the video ever started. Is there more unlikes now? I mean, I don't really care if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. The fact that somebody hit unlike before the video even started was probably my favorite thing ever. Hey, before everyone leaves, do you guys ever have experience where your PID unit lets your temp go over what it is programmed to? No. What you might be experiencing is if your probe is in a crappy location. Because when it samples, the PID samples off the probe a bunch of times, and it can be a pain in the ass in that regard. I think you can also, depends on whose PID it is. I know on the Auber ones, you can do a reset on them. You might want to try doing that. I don't know if it's one of the other kind. Yeah. Yeah, Brandon, I can guess too, man. I can guess too. Time that does not turn off. He was thinking it was related to powder overcooking. No, I don't think it was you, Richard. I have a pretty solid idea of who it is. And I don't really care. You can hit unlike. It's not going to make me sad. I just thought it was funny. Thanks for all your info. No problem. PID is age of the probe. Yeah, I would look at just replacing them. I mean, the probes are super cheap. I mean, they're like $8 to $12. PID, at least from Auber, is $42. So, if he's had the same ones for a while, you're gonna spend $50, $55 or whatever to replace them. You might as well. All right, guys. Will you enjoy your night? Anything else? Post in the UKC Army page, I guess. Maybe.